All right, we are live, guys. We'll give it a couple minutes here to hopefully get some people on because this is not our usual time slot.
Nope, this is kind of last minute.
Last minute spot, so that we jumped into. So we'll give an opportunity for hopefully others to join. Let me just make sure that we're actually on here.
Let's see.
Bum, 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 bum. And it looks like we are.
Yeah, so it's so last minute that we're still warming up the room. So if I'm shivering,
yes, yeah, exactly. We're still, it's a little cool in here, so I haven't taken off my hat yet.
Yeah, we're out in the office.
Yeah, I had the heat turned down because my plan was not to be, well, we didn't make our regular live time because I figured I would be asleep.
You should be.
Should be and cannot, or unfortunately the case. So far we don't have our regular group on yet, and I don't know that we will because we're off by an hour.
Yeah, we're taking someone else's spot.
Yes, normally this
Who's
is
not doing it, of course.
yes, normally this is when Acre Homestead does their live, and we've jumped into their spot since they weren't going to be able to do theirs today. Tracy and Tim. Hi guys, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're not seeing the bottom of this.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll try.
Well, good afternoon to you guys too.
There we go. Yes, good afternoon.
We're almost at evening.
I was going to say it's almost evening here where we are. There's Robbie.
Hi, Robbie and Sonia.
I got to see why this is cutting off the bottom here.
Yep, this is the wrong time, Robbie.
Yeah. When I saw Chris wasn't going to be able to make their time, we
slid right in there.
slipped in because I wasn't sleeping anyway.
Hi, Joy. Hello, Positive Tro. I'm having trouble reading some of this. And hello, Antria. And sorry, I can't pronounce that, but hello from Turkey. Say something in Russian. I cannot.
Yep, can't speak Russian. Hey, Robbie, I got about 2 hours. Not nearly what I was hoping to get, but it is it's what I got. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I go to work tonight on a midnight shift. So I went to bed for a couple hours. Normally we're on at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but kind of slept a bit into that time slot. So we slipped into this time slot to try to get our live in today.
I do not. I'm not even sure what that is.
Oh, we're just trying to keep up to the chat, guys. So hi, Shane. Welcome in.
Hello. Thank you for listening in.
We got some of the normal crew, which we really do appreciate, guys.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on.
And it's neat to see some new faces. Yeah, absolutely. Tell us where you're watching from, guys, if you haven't joined the chat. Acre Cloud, maybe I'm saying it right or wrong, but welcome in. Just sucking on some coffee in the meantime, trying to wake back up.
I don't know if it's where I'm sitting. He has a new curved monitor, but I'm having trouble reading that, so that's why I'm looking at my phone from this angle. I can see it, but there's just something that makes it harder.
Okay.
But yeah, good. So how was everyone's week? Ours was good.
Well, we got buried in snow again. The last video I did, you guys saw, it was all green grass, and it was looking pretty nice. Now it feels like minus 21, and it's going to feel much colder, I believe, tonight.
Yeah, and we had enough snow that I was trudging into knee-deep snow to do chores, and then he had to snow blow some paths for me.
Yeah, take the snow blower around the property to make paths so she could get around.
Yeah, because I had to change boots and socks a few times that day.
And this morning, 2 coops and the turkeys, their waters were all frozen because the GFI plug that I have in the house, because when I ran that line out to that part of the property for the hydro, I put a GFI in right after the breaker in the panel, and it was popped. I think it popped around somewhere between 12 and 1 a.m. So, of course, by the time we got out in the morning, everything was frozen solid. But well, fortunately, it reset. It wasn't a permanent problem. Something must have just triggered it.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than frozen waters in the winter.
Yeah,
it's the hardest part.
So yeah, the birds. Yeah. Those birds weren't happy this morning.
Mm-hmm. For anyone wondering, the turkey still hates me. Still comes at me, but I managed to get in there with a couple buckets, big buckets in front of me as like a blockade, as a shield. And I managed to get the eggs most of the time.
Well, what I noticed yesterday is I went in, he come walking right up to me.
Yes.
And I started rubbing the top of his head.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
And it kind of confused him. So he just wandered away.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Probably noticed I wasn't running like you did. I didn't show fear.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good turkey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's not going to happen. Anyway, I found my own way, and it's working for now.
Lows in the 20s. Let me get my chart out.
This trusty little cheat sheet.
Oh, yeah, that is cold for you.
Hmm.
So you'll be, -5, -6 Celsius probably. Black Mass Soul, welcome in.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's nice to see some new faces, guys. This is not our normal time slot. We're on an hour later than normal. We just kind of jumped in because we knew the spot was available today. But it's good to see some new faces. Tell us where you're from if you don't mind sharing. Don't want your home address or anything. Just whereabouts in the world you might be watching from.
So what else was new this week?
Well, we had to send an update to the wildlife or the animal welfare people.
Which is not much of an update. We still have the 3 lops, but yeah, we made a few temporary changes, still intending to part with them. But it should be enough to satisfy their need for an update.
Yeah. So what else? Cindy plans to get a new pet tomorrow.
Yeah. He's really good about it. I just show him a picture of a puppy.
Hi, Scotty, welcome in.
And he's like, "You're gonna ask about it?" And it's like, most husbands would be like, "Nope, no way." But he's really good about it. Yeah, so we're gonna get another cockapoo. So Sadie's gonna have a friend, and the kids are super excited. I think she's gonna enjoy it because when she goes out into the play yard, she likes to get up right close to the fence and play with Max, who is 20 times her size. But I think she's really going to enjoy having another little friend in the house, and she will be able to share the kids' attention, so that'll benefit her because they love her a little too much.
So we having said that, we have to come up with another name.
Yeah.
So we chose Sadie. I don't know why, but it's
he thought of it on the drive to get her.
For the other cockapoo. She's now a year old. She just had a birthday.
Yeah, and it's perfect for her.
So we need to find another name that would go well with that. So if you have any ideas, let us know, because I'd like to stick with something similar. I don't want to let the kids name her because
well,
that will be.
They tend to name things based on their color.
Yeah.
Or what they are. So
it's warm enough I can change my hat now.
So yeah, they can make suggestions, but we're very open to other suggestions. I don't know. I was so happy with the name he chose for Sadie that I think I'm just hoping he comes up with another winner.
The pressure's on me. Yeah, so we had the deal was, if she found, like when she was talking about this dog, I said to her, I said, well, if you're not really sure whether you want it or not, then why not offer less, for one thing. And unfortunately for me, they took her offer, which was 20%. Well,
I wasn't unsure, but
15, 20% less than they were asking. I can't speak Turkish, or I would try, but there's nothing I come up with. Scotty, to answer your question earlier, we got a lot of snow again, bud. I had to blow paths around the yard because it was pretty darn deep.
Mm-hmm. It snowed a lot and it drifted a lot. Some drifts were hip high.
The wind was crazy.
And just walking through the yard was about knee high, or just actually shin high, like at the boot level, just enough to get inside.
Mr. Valentine.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I do. Only in the sense that it's coming for me. Not that I plan on it myself. Just in case there was in case that's what you meant.
Finally warming up a little.
Yeah. It takes a few minutes for the heat pump to kick on once I turn it on. But
hi, Rebecca.
How are you today? Good to see you.
Yeah, so if anyone has any name suggestions, that'd be cool.
Yes, Rebecca, we're looking for a name for our dog that we're picking up tomorrow. Another cockapoo. The first one's name is Sadie. If you got any ideas for something similar.
It's a small breed, and so it's a mini cockapoo, and it is a female.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I'm not 100% sold on it, but I did name one of the rabbits Maisie because I like that name too.
Maisie.
Then I think, am I going to get confused with Sadie?
Confuse the dogs.
A bit much.
Non-person. Pardon me. My coffee kind of went down the wrong way here. Well, I'm 5 foot and Cindy's 4'2".
I'm height impaired. No.
Height impaired. Challenged. No. I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah, and I'm 5'4"-ish. On a good day.
Robbie says they're saying we could get wintry mix next Sunday morning. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, I don't think they can really. I don't know about your weather guys, but ours, they can't really predict that well.
No. I did see somebody post a picture on Facebook today standing in front of the Welcome to Florida sign with snow.
That's a lot of name, Mr. Valentine. Hopefully, I'm not sure which way you're saying it. It's interesting, but that's a lot of names.
Molly. Yeah, we had a goat named Molly.
Yes, we did. But we don't have her anymore.
No, we don't. I don't know if I could separate the association, but it's a good name.
Yeah. 9%. Thank you. Yeah. I plan to keep her. She might not keep me, though. You never know. Says I get annoying.
Oh, he does on the weekend. When he has a day off, and I like to sleep as much as I can, like 7 a.m. And he's like,
I woke her up yesterday morning and said, let's seize the day. Seize the day. And it wasn't well received.
Poking and playing music on his phone.
Hopefully Putty Cat joins us, Robbie. That would be interesting to hear if they got some.
Maddie's a good name too. I like it. Thank you. Molly,
yeah, they all seem to have that southern sound. I thought Robbie'd be throwing all kinds of names out there.
I like them.
Of course, he's got so many dogs around his place that he's probably out of names.
Just use one name for all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. But may have to go with Maddie. You never know.
That's a good one. I like Molly. I like Maddie. I like all the suggestions.
Yeah, don't mind me, guys. I'm just adjusting the screen a bit for the chat. Actually, I could move that over a little. Maybe it'll be easier for you to read. Huh? Is that easier?
I think it is.
There we go.
I had a Pomeranian named Honey. You had a dog named Honey, right?
Yeah, I did. It was a Chow Chow that I had.
Chloe. Okay, cool.
Rippin' Bingers, welcome in.
I'm not sure what that is.
No, sorry, I'm not sure what that is either.
Yeah, sorry, no thoughts on it.
No.
Don't know if that's a person or
Absence
or...
of thought. But welcome in. If you don't mind, guys, hit that thumbs up while you're here, and let us know if you're willing. Jump on the chat. Let us know what country you're watching from or what part of the world. And we're looking for a dog's name for our new dog that we get tomorrow that I woke up and found out we're getting.
No, well, you knew that it was a possibility.
Nice. I like that, Robbie.
Moose.
Moose. Yeah. That's funny.
Digger.
Or Rosa. Yeah.
Okay.
Nathan,
nice.
welcome in. Digger. Yeah. Digger's another good one. I was like Digger or Gunner or any of the. Yeah.
Maybe I should try to show you a picture.
Yeah, she's got a picture of the dog, guys. That'll give us a better. Well, I'm thinking Moose.
So this is her picture. I don't know if. There we go. If that gives you any ideas. But yeah.
YouTube chat, service official.
Floppy, yeah. Yeah, she does have very floppy ears.
Welcome in.
And I gave Sadie a bath today, so she's like all frizzy because she really takes after the poodle. And she gets nuts when she has a bath.
Yeah. Oh, Putty Cat's in. Oh, right there. Oh, I missed it. Yeah. Yeah, Putty Cat. I'm working midnights tonight, so I was still sleeping when our time slot came along, and I saw that Hippie Callier wasn't able to do theirs tonight, so I suggested to Cindy that we maybe slip in here and.
And I was doing something, and it was like what 4:30 something. It's like we should do it live,
which made her very happy.
Oh, yay! I don't mind. It's just I don't like last minute things.
Yeah. Who does? Oh,
I
think
you're spontaneous.
Sagen, I think I missed you earlier. Welcome in. Depression Talk, welcome in. Oh, what is the name of this guy he's got there?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Quesaloo?
It's pretty. I think I would mess it up all the time.
Well, he's got the pronunciation. Quesaloo? Huh. That's a cool idea, though.
It's pretty. I'd probably get changed to like Lulu or something.
Infinite Yasin. Yes, it's quite cold right now. I'm not sure what the current temperature is. There's the temperature, and then they always put down beside it the feels like temperature or the wind chill temperature where we live, because it changes things quite a bit. So we were like today it was minus 11 Celsius, but it felt like minus 21 Celsius. Quite a difference.
Yeah, the wind makes all the difference.
Yeah, because it's always windy here. Yes, because if you have to picture where we live, we're in between the Great Lakes, and they really have a big effect on the weather here.
Yeah, like it could be minus 30, and if there's no wind, it's like not so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we call a dry cold.
Yeah.
But it could be just freezing in a windy day. It'd be horrible.
So Putty Cat said that they don't have the snow. Robbie was saying that he thought somebody had posted they got some snow in Florida, so we were kind of wondering about that, Putty Cat.
Yeah. I did see a picture somebody posted, but I'm sure it didn't happen in all parts of Florida.
Mr. Valentine, we're just having fun, but no, we're married with 4 kids.
Can't we be both?
Well, good point. Maybe they don't think the two can be together.
Yeah, the wind is brutal.
Low to mid 30s and no wind. Ugh. Yeah.
Loki, we actually did have a dog named Loki for a short while that
temporarily.
Yeah,
we tried to adopt one quite a while back, but she was not good with the dog that we had.
No.
Depression talk. I'm good. Wow, 6 inches is a lot of snow. Hi, Joni, welcome in.
Thank you. Very kind.
Or is it Johnny? Sorry, I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. I guess maybe it's Johnny.
It could be the way you pronounced it too. That's always the hard part, is trying to determine how to say it.
But yeah, I do appreciate everybody coming to visit us on the live today.
Yeah, and all the name suggestions.
Yeah, the names. That gives us some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Moose. No.
Yeah, she looks just like a moose.
Yeah.
That is funny though.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
But anyway, so we're getting back into puppy life again.
Yeah.
We'll have a little bit.
I just finished saying I wouldn't do it again in the winter. Wouldn't get one in the winter. And of course, then I saw her, and
Robbie says their livestock guardian dog is Thor. They name a lot of their animals after Marvel and Star Wars. Luna was already named, but my daughter loved it because Luna loved it. That's cool.
Yeah, we could go with Yoda.
Yoda. Maybe.
How about Banner?
Banner for the Hulk. Yeah.
That's cute. I think personally I would think of it more as a boy.
Yeah, we gotta keep in mind she's a little girl.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What is our favorite dog breed? Well, we have the best Great Pyrenees. He's such a sweetheart. I
like a lot of dogs. We don't have any cats here. We've only got some strays because we have cat allergies in the house. But I mean, in the past, I had a great Chow Chow years ago. She was a really good dog.
Our Jack.
We had a black lab. He had passed away. He was what, 13, 12, 13?
12 and a half.
Yeah.
Or, no, older.
Yeah, I think he was older.
14 and a half, maybe.
He lived a long time, but he got pretty crippled up near the end. But he was a good dog. Mm-hmm. We had a hound for a while, but we had to find him a nice new home because he was just a little bit too much for us.
He was a very good dog.
Good dog, just way high energy.
Yeah.
And we ended up finding just pouring myself more coffee here, guys. We ended up finding a home where he's like king of the castle, so it worked out really well. He lives in a beach town, and
he's got a girlfriend now.
He's living the dream.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I like the cockapoo we got. Yeah, she's been a great dog and very patient with the kids because they treat her like she's extremely loved, and some of the kids aren't that old, so she gets carried around like a rag doll, and
literally looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All she does is kind of gives them a growl, and they ignore her, and she stops growling. But fortunately, she hasn't nipped at anybody, even though we keep telling the kids that.
Yeah, it's always me yelling, "That's her warning! Stop doing what you're doing."
If she's gonna bite you, they don't seem to.
Yeah, she's been
too concerned.
Good. And they are hypoallergenic, and they don't shed, and so I really do love the cockapoo breed.
So Robbie going marble can make her lady Sith. Oh yeah, we named a goat that once. Nathan, don't usually skip through these channels. Don't usually skip through these channels, but have tried tonight. And my goodness me, it's a weird world out there. Well, until I met the both of you, which reaffirmed my belief in humanity.
I thank you.
Well, I guess that was a good thing. Appreciate that. Scarlet. Susan Marvel as well. We better save that name for Robbie. He's running out.
Pit bull. I've never had a pit bull. I don't know much about them, but I would be I think nervous around children.
Yeah, although I've known people that have had pit bulls, and it seems from what they tell me, I've never owned one, but they tell me they're very loyal, extremely loyal to the family. I think it's just a case. It same as the Chow Chow, right? The Chow Chow I had, she was extremely loyal to us. Nobody could come around if we weren't home though. It was I had give you a story. I had my grandfather look after my Chow Chow years ago when I was on vacation, and he couldn't go in the yard to take care of her, even though she had met him before in the past and knew him, but she was just not having it. So 11 till 7, but I have to go and get the shift planned and get the building ready early. So my day is usually probably closer to be 10-ish to shortly after 7 by the time I get out of there. The cow is Natasha. Wow. They are very, you got some creative names, Robbie.
Yeah, they take great care to have creative names.
Oh, hi from Russia. What city are you from? Well, the closest city that would be near us would be London, Canada. So, or if you wanted to, something maybe more well known, we're about 2 hours away from Toronto, Canada.
2.5.
Yeah, depending on the weather and the traffic.
Yeah. I guess it could be 3.
yeah, it really depends. Oh, that's funny, Scotty. It's good. So yeah, we've definitely got a few to choose from now. Dash and Clint from Hawkeye.
I don't think I could keep track of all these names. Do you also name your chickens?
Yes. Haven't you met Bert?
Well, the rooster, yes, but but the chickens themselves, like, we have one with a name.
Bingus Bangy Bingy from the Krampus Islands.
Wow. I feel like somebody said that before.
I have to look that up. No, I'm not sure whereabouts that is, but thank you so much for joining and letting us know where you're at.
Don't remind Bert that she's going to cost moolah.
Yeah, no kidding, Scotty.
Yeah, only a few hens that are named, yeah. It's so hard, especially because to me, personally, many of them look alike, the hens.
Oh, yeah, for sure. How's the egg laying going these days, guys? Ours are really slowing down now. We've been pretty lucky, but
yeah, we have way more egg orders than we can fill.
Is that quickly. I don't know if I can say the name properly, but
nice to meet you as well.
Bar Liapen. I'm probably saying it totally wrong, and I apologize for that. But very nice to meet you as well. Feeling well and doing well. Just it's about 5:30 in the afternoon or early evening here. Just off the shore of the Babington Peninsula.
I have to look that up too.
Man, my geography's gotten really rusty. I'm not familiar either.
Mine was never good.
Wow.
So Robbie says his chickens were doing better, but these colder days slowed them down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
We're about half of what we get.
Used to get, yeah. It's interesting though. I don't know if it's all weather related in our case, because the one coop is laying more eggs than the other coop, but there is an age difference in the birds. So I don't know if it's actually partly to do with age, or because they get the same amount of light, because I do have lights on timers and things like that.
But that one coop is also a little warmer.
Yeah, it would be a little bit warmer. A little more sheltered, I suppose.
Yeah, because the ones in the new aviaries have all but stopped.
And Scotty's offered up a name for a hen. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for anybody watching the live or that watches the live after, I hope they know to go back and look at the chat, because you don't really understand what's going on if you don't keep up to what people are saying. So
yeah, sometimes we just answer a question that we haven't read out loud. So.
The nickname is Ivan. Well,
that's much easier.
Much easier for us. Yes. Oh, very cool. Well, nice to meet you, Ivan.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for coming on to our live today.
So this is not our regular time. Normally we're an hour earlier, but we're filling a slot that wasn't being used today.
Yeah, we snuck in. Yeah. We took advantage. But I think it'll work out just as well today. We are part of a lineup that goes on Sunday evenings. Just for anybody that's new and happens to have stumbled across this, we do have a lineup that typically starts when we do.
Yes, now it is.
At 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And normally right after us is another channel who's regularly in this time slot called Hippie Cow Yay. And they're not on tonight, so that's the reason we've jumped in. But right after us should be Money Pit Homestead. And followed by, and you'll see in the chat here, the Wild Huckleberry will be on at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I believe it's Rebecca that might be going on.
Yes, this week. It's every other.
Yes, Rebecca Touched by Yarn will be going on right after them. And then it should be Red Dirt Rooster Road that will kind of finish the evening.
Yeah, so that's the Sunday homestead lineup. So if you can, try to catch them all.
So Rebecca's confirmed that she will be going on tonight at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. With channels being all over the country and all over the world, it's very important to make sure you have the time zone correct.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll find it's quite different from
place to place. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the different time slot.
Yes.
Yeah. I think earlier in the day it's harder to get people to stop what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure, especially if they're in the same neck of the woods. First and third.
And if there's a fifth.
And if there's a fifth Sunday. Okay. So I don't know if Ivan is still with us, but if you're still on, Ivan, just kind of curious what time it is where you're at. I know a lot of people, they drop in, they go off and do something else, and sometimes they pop back around or whatever, or sometimes if I'm watching on the phone, I'll accidentally swipe one direction or the other, thinking I'm trying to adjust the chat.
Yeah, I've done that while we're sitting here.
To see what people are saying, and I end up going right out of watching their live, and then I have to go back. And
yeah, we haven't changed our time slot too drastically, but it's still gonna feel different because as soon as we're done, I have to go start supper later.
Oh, this evening, yeah, it's a little different starting later in the day. Like it's already starting to get dark here. I don't know about where you guys live, but the sun's starting to go down. So 12:34 a.m.
You need to rest as well. I would be sound asleep at that time.
Yeah, that's now, are you just a night owl? Like, are you just normally up late, or are you at work? If you're still with us, I don't know if you were making an exit, or, but yeah, my day is just beginning. I will be up at least for another probably 15 hours before I'll be getting to bed again.
Craziness. You really should have slept more.
Well, I slept in this morning by accident.
Just a little. It wasn't a big sleep in.
No, I didn't have to work today, so if I'm working, it actually makes it easier to switch shifts because I have to be up so early. But
yeah, especially the weekend between the 2 midnight shifts, so you don't have to change your schedule completely.
Yeah,
at night.
We'll see. It's a little slower, so I've actually had the whole weekend off, which was kind of nice. Last weekend, somebody else covered for me because I had some things I wanted to get done, and it worked out well. So this has been 2 weekends in a row where I haven't worked. Which, I don't know if you're not familiar with my groaning and moaning on my other videos, it's been typically I work a lot of times 7 days a week anymore.
Well, it's January. Are you starting to have some spring plans?
Spring plans.
That's when you get mentally prepared.
Oh, no.
Nothing.
No, there are some projects I want to get done, but nothing that's set in stone. Nothing that's a must, I guess, is the thing. It'll be interesting to see. Some ways I'd like to actually build a solid coop in the front. Obviously nothing permanent because it is the front yard, but I mean a small shed style coop is something I would like to do, just so it's a little more sheltered, because the one we have now is it's not a permanent structure, so it's got a little more
it's more tent like.
Yeah, it allows for, it doesn't trap the heat at all, put it that way. So it's sheltered, but it's not as good as it could be. So in some ways it would be nice to have something different there. Yeah, Putty Cat, yeah. I'll let Cindy answer that one.
Well, not a lot of change. We did have an email to update them. And
well, you got a phone call during the week too, right?
Yeah, was it this last week? It could have been. So they called and I gave them the update that we had 3 lots left. And then yesterday we got an email to update them again and send some pictures of their accommodations. So
with enrichment and entertainment.
No update as far as the number. We still have 3 still up for sale, but we've moved them to taller cages temporarily because, again, we do want to sell them. And I put in some toys. And, so they should be feeling very enriched.
Yeah. So hopefully this will be enough to keep them happy, so they don't, I mean, they've been good. They're just doing their job, and we get that. So it's not,
yeah, and they know
not
it's
taking anything personal or anything. It's just,
right?
It's unfortunate. Like I said, it's and if we wanted to keep a setup like this with the bigger cages and things like that, we could. Then they're more than happy to let us keep rabbits and things. It's just not exactly ideal. Like, we've had to go to a solid bottom to meet the requirements. So that means more frequent cage cleaning. You can't just let the stuff fall through the cage like we would have before into the trays.
Yeah, and it's going to be a harder cleaning job.
Right. So we had to put this temporary setup we had to put cardboard on the bottom, and right, just kind of meet what they require until we can, finish selling these rabbits off. So yeah, I mean, these guys, as far as we're concerned, they're being very easy to deal with. I think they, in a lot of ways, I get the impression that they would have been satisfied on a personal level. I don't think they felt like they really needed to be here, but they still have to enforce the rules. It's no different than anybody in any situation. It's like me when I go to work. I mean, I'm a supervisor. Do I agree with everything I have to enforce? No, but it's my job.
Yeah, so hopefully these little changes will be enough to satisfy them for now, and hopefully soon we'll be able to update them that we have less and none.
Oh, well, thank you for letting us know where you're from. We hope to see you again, Ivan. It's cool to see you from Moscow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good sleep.
Come and see us again. But normally we're on an hour earlier, just so you know, so you won't have to stay up quite as late. We'd be happy to see you.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So yeah, my only spring plan so far is mentally preparing my garden, trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, the garden thing. I keep watching. I haven't seen John tonight, but I keep watching some of John Bussey's videos where he's greetings from New York.
The New York Zoo.
The New York Zoo, to be more specific. Yeah, welcome in. That's cool. I don't think I've seen anybody come on from New York.
No, maybe not.
But before I lose my thought, so John Bussey, he has his channel there, and he's in clay soil as well, and he's always working his soil and doing all these tips and tricks, and he seems to be having pretty good success. And sometimes I think to myself, well, maybe I jumped the gun too quickly when I went to raised beds, because it does make it a little more awkward in some situations.
But I do like the raised beds.
They are nice, but it would be nice in some ways if we could have stuck with using the ground here. But I don't know, maybe eventually.
Well, we do for the strawberries and stuff.
But even that gets difficult, right? Because we have to mow it, and the mowing is what makes it kind of tricky. So what is the weather like in New York, in the New York Zoo, more specifically? Because I imagine it's fairly cool there as well.
I would think. So yeah, hopefully this year my plants won't. I'll keep it simple and they won't grow into each other. That'll make the mowing a little easier.
We'll see. We always say we'll do things and then it doesn't work out. But
no, I'm determined.
So my coffee's gone. I'm moving on to the cup of tea that Cindy made us.
It's probably cold now.
Warm.
So, well, yeah. The kids, some of the kids want to start planting way too soon because they would like to sell some plants in the spring.
I heard them asking you about that today.
Yeah, that was one little side business that they can help with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's March would be the soonest I'd start planting peppers.
Damien, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're not going to grow. What did you say? We're not going to grow as much of
tomatoes.
As much tomatoes.
There were so many tomato plants last year to sell that I couldn't sell them all, so I had to plant my extras. And then there were so many tomatoes that I couldn't even give them away, which is a nice problem, but they weren't useful to me either because a lot of them were the small variety.
Yeah, well, plus we have a lot of volunteer plants.
Yeah. Yep. So this year I'm going to focus more on planting, well, some tomatoes, but peppers, especially for sale. So that seems to be what people are actually looking for. And just not planting a lot of the things that I didn't end up using, like eggplant. I don't know, we don't use it. I've tried it 2 years now and we just don't use it.
It's a very sweet hat, Robbie. I started, you probably never noticed because I started out with the gray toque while I was waiting for the office to warm up here. And then it got nice enough I was able to put the hat on. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, guys, and I'm Robbie on the chat, the Wild Huckleberry. This is their logo. You can kind of make out the
TWH.
The TWH, and they had sent it all the way to me from Arkansas.
That is a nice looking hat.
Yeah, so it's my Go On Live YouTube hat.
Yeah, it has to stay nice and clean.
Exactly. Nothing else I wear does. So
No.
just I keep it here for this reason.
Yeah, everything else is a muddy mess.
Yeah.
These days.
Well, not so much mud at the moment, but
Well, it's either snowy or muddy or freeze and thaw. And
yeah. Sometimes I wonder why we live here, but
well, the thaw is sometimes worse because then it gets really mucky.
yeah.
But that's a sign of spring, right?
Keeping the ears warm. Yeah, no kidding, Robbie. Yeah, you gotta switch to a toque when it gets that cool out.
I wear my earmuffs and a toque, and sometimes the hood to my coat on top of that.
Okay, need to go to Arkansas. I know. I Cindy's firmly planted. I think I would probably move. Well, especially if I wasn't working.
I am firmly planted. I'd like to visit though. I could visit.
If we visit, you have to sway her, convince her that's the place to be.
Yeah. I'm planted.
She likes the cold.
No, I don't like the colds, but sometimes you have to take the things you don't like with the things you do.
Give it a bit more time, Robbie. We'll have to see what our crazy liberal government keeps doing here.
Yeah, it's just a bad topic.
Feed her some goat meat. Yeah. Yeah, that might be a start. Well, I think you've ate goat.
No.
No?
No,
Oh,
lamb.
lamb.
I tried lamb.
You didn't eat goat at
No.
home?
Nope.
You were that child?
Yep.
Oh. Cindy's parents butchered goats, Robbie, but apparently Cindy was a bratty child and wouldn't eat it.
Is that what you're calling our children?
Maybe.
Because we have some picky eaters.
Yeah, true. It's been a while.
Oh, we only have 3 goats.
Yeah, we have to see what happens here in the spring if we have any.
It's so hard to tell because they really fluff up in the winter, so it's hard to tell if
Yeah, the goats here.
possibly pregnant.
Maybe yours do too, Robbie, but I know your weather's not that cold. But here they get very furry and very round.
Yeah, they get their winter coat.
Yeah, they get their winter gear on, and then we kind of question for months if they're pregnant or not. Especially since we put the billy goat in with them.
Yeah, he's good in there.
Yeah, he behaves well, but we didn't want to have him by himself, so we stuck him in with him. But of course now it's just a free for all. We don't know.
Which is okay because they're sheltered and they're good.
Yeah, but as far as planning, breeding schedule or whatever, we have no idea now. Haven't seen anything happening though either. So
yeah, that's not how we roll around here.
I guess it's all up in the air.
It is, right?
Yeah. Fortunately, all the goats that have had babies here over the years haven't needed any help.
No.
So it's kind of like you just kind of come home and go, oh, they have more goats.
Yeah, we've never actually been there for any delivery.
just always right after or.
Yeah, right after. So they've always been very successful on their own.
Yeah.
So they do that there too, even in the warm weather.
Well, I mean, it hasn't gotten because like you said, it's still getting kind of cool. So yeah. I'm sure that naturally they probably have a way to know. Maybe that's something. Maybe instead of those, what is it? What's that fruit they crack open down there?
The persimmons?
Persimmons? Maybe instead of persimmons, you should just look at Kiko's and see what the weather's going to be like. I did see, it was interesting. I saw we had an ad come out recently from when we planted all our fruit trees, we ordered most of them from a certain business. And I got the flyer this year, and they're actually advertising that they're selling persimmons and pawpaws. Now, pawpaws are native. They're like a fruit that kind of is somewhere between like a custard and a banana, but you can't buy them in the store because they don't keep. You have to basically pick them and eat them. I've never had one, but they do grow here, but they're not common. And but persimmons, I don't even think I've ever seen them growing here, so I don't know how well they would do. But I see that they're offering them for sale. So
it's tempting us with new kinds of fruit.
Yeah, I always thought pawpaws would be good, but I also know from the research I did, they can't be from the same gene, I guess you would say, because they grow in like a cluster, the plants themselves. Apparently they'll spread out like a cluster, and you can't get two from the same plant or from the same, let's say the family, because they won't pollinate each other. They have to be from different areas of the I don't know, the country type of thing, because they have to in order to get fruit anyway.
They sound high maintenance.
Yeah, I was going to say this. It seems a little too high maintenance for what I would want to deal with around here. You know, apple trees are so much easier.
Mm-hmm. And we still have trouble.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's tempting to try new fruit, but this year we haven't ordered any, so.
No, we have a lot of fruit trees now. We've lost 3 over the last couple of years with the wind.
3 apple trees, and we lost plum trees, I think.
Yeah, we lost a couple plum trees actually. So we'll have to see what takes well. And
as it was last year, we had plenty of apples, plenty of pears.
We planted those 4 cherry trees last year, so we'll see how they do too, and a bunch of other.
Oh, the one you mowed down.
Well, it was still trying to grow, but the weeds were so tall, I didn't see the tree.
That other tree, the mulberry that you pruned, and it tried to grow back.
It didn't survive.
No.
But that won't be in the way anymore.
It was never in the way.
I got a little prune happy, but anyway. So we've lost a few over the last few years, but we still have quite a pile as far as fruit trees go.
It's just amazing to hear all the ones we've lost.
And still have so many. Yeah. Well, plus they're getting bigger, right? So I think you start feeling like there's not so much room.
True.
So Robbie's only had to help with one birth, had to pull the baby out, then Thor cleaned the baby up while Mom rested. Oh, that's cool. Dog's really good with the baby. So did Thor adopt that particular goat? I'm guessing that one didn't go to the freezer.
Oh. Just the thought of it. So we have 7 minutes left. What do you have?
Whoa, don't put the pressure on me. I've been doing all the talking.
I count on it. I'm just here to smile.
So we'll have to see what time we get on here next week, guys. If we get on here, depending on what schedule. I know I'll still be working midnights, but just whether or not I'll have to work like a double shift or not.
Yeah.
All the babies belong to him too. He takes great care of the babies when they are born. That's really
sweet.
Cool. We used to have our Great Pyrenees with our goats.
Yeah. But they were the adult goats, and then when they started having babies, we thought he was too big and playful.
He was so puppy-like at the time that he used to grab even the adult goats by the back of the neck, and he never bite them, never hurt them, but they'd just be soaked. And then we thought he was getting a little too rough with the pregnant females, but of course these are all Nigerian dwarf goats, right? And he was all, even as a puppy, he was bigger than they are. But so he probably would have been fine to spend more time with them, I guess. But
yeah,
now they just look at each other through a fence.
Well, now he protects more animals. What kind of fruit trees are you hoping to get there, Robbie?
Yeah, what'd you have in mind? The other one I keep thinking we need to try is the hazelnut. Apparently they'll grow here too, but
really?
I've never had one here.
That's cool. And I hope our evergreens do okay.
Hopefully they'll survive, yeah.
It's funny that they seem to grow over the winter more than they do in the summer.
Yeah.
And then you see them in spring, it's like, oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to have a little bit of that too,
where he thought he was a goat.
Yeah, where he thought he was a goat, but
we didn't want him to get hurt too. That is part of the reason we separated them, because they have horns, and he's just a playful pup.
Yeah, didn't know any better. So, but with a name like Thor, he should be okay.
It's all in the name.
It's all in the name. Doesn't sound as mean as Max. Or Max doesn't sound as mean as Thor.
Not as strong.
Yeah. But, so what else we got? Anything going on? I feel like there's always something, but nothing.
Not really, especially when you're on midnights. It's like just survival.
Well, this time of year, you almost go dormant. It's like you don't want to go outside because it's just too cold.
Yeah, I never want to go outside. Yeah,
make it sound horrible here, don't we?
No, in the winter, I don't want to go out. I still have to go out like 5 times a day.
Yeah, we're in that situation again where we can't let the eggs sit for very long. We had 3 or 4 this morning that had split because they froze before we got to them. So this time, I mean, like when the weather is as cold as it is right now, we go out multiple times a day to collect eggs, because if we don't, they just blow up.
Yeah, or to fill the waters, because those evaporate quickly and they drink it up.
That's the only thing with heating the water, especially when it's cold like this. You get a lot of evaporation. So
you want to get a mulberry. Don't let Bert near it. Don't take tips on pruning from him.
Oh, there's different types too. We had some weeping mulberries here by the barn, by the shop, but they kind of overlapped onto the sidewalk and stuff. They kind of got bushy. I tried to trim it back a bit too much.
You took care of the bushiness.
Hi, Money Pit.
Hi, guys.
So Donald and Lisa, we just kind of slid into this spot because I was sleeping earlier.
Yeah, today only.
Yeah, this is not a new thing. It's just a temporary. We took the opportunity because I have to work tonight, so I was napping. And Hippie Callier was not going to be doing their live, so we kind of slid in. But
yep. 2 minutes.
2 minutes, and then Donald and Lisa should be going on their live, guys. So if you're interested, going and checking out their channel, you'll be able to click on their link in the chat, click on their name, and check it out. And don't forget that right after they're done, Wild Huckleberry, who's been in the chat all night, they'll be doing theirs. So make sure you get over there and check those out. And we'll be there, guys, but it'll be the listening in while we do supper, and I do my preparations to go to work tonight. So hopefully everybody gets a good turnout.
Yeah, and it's been good.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody joining us this evening, especially I know when we kind of messed things up and changed our time. But it was kind of nice to see a lot of same faces as usual. And
yeah, I wasn't expecting it, because I'm like, this isn't our time slot. How's anyone going to know?
Yeah, Cindy was actually doing some homeschooling. Hello from Iowa. Hi, Matt. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, our one daughter has really been gung ho about doing extra school work right now. So Cindy was working with her before we jumped on the live. She's really determined to kind of get ahead a bit. And
yeah, she's doing great.
Which is really good.
Yeah, and Bert's like, you want to do a live? What?
Yeah, I keep wanting to do kind of pop-up lives, but I haven't been able to get around to it because it's just easier than trying to plan out a video right now in the weather we're having. Because I don't. It's pretty tough to do much outside, and it's hard on the equipment and things like that as well. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up so that Money Pit can get started, and we hope to see you again next week. Maybe at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we'll try to post something on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, depending on whether or not I have to work that day. So thank you very much. We'll see you guys again next time, okay?
Bye, guys. Thanks so much.
See you guys.
See you on the other lives.